Hey guys, this is Cousin Son's Week in Review.
Woo.
Just want to give you a little recap of what this week brought. Sometimes we do nothing with our lives, and then sometimes good things happen.
Yeah.
So this week, Travis, you had a show.
I know, it headlined out in Desert Palm, I believe, and I brought my lovely assistant, aka girlfriend, aka comedian extraordinaire, Katie Young, with me as my feature.
Yes.
Which is on.
Which was dope. It was so much fun.
It was pretty cool.
Pretty cool. How was it? Because it was out there.
I'm sad I missed it.
Did you guys feel like king and queens out there?
It was weird. Like the other comics were looking at us like we knew something they didn't, and we
To be fair,
didn't.
they were all pretty new, so
Yeah, they were.
probably right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
also, like I'm pretty new, so like
Yeah,
they don't know that.
It's
Yeah,
different.
but it's different. Like what you said, when they're doing it once a week versus us doing it multiple times a week.
yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Like we probably have hundreds of mics more than they do, probably, right?
Yeah, maybe we put in the same
about,
amount
yeah.
of like time, like doing
Yeah.
it like 2 years. But when it comes to hours,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
and
is
stage
what
time and
actually
stuff.
matters.
yeah,
You know.
That's very true. Yeah, because it's like I know guys who they started the same time as I did, but they started out here, and like that's why they feel like they're worlds ahead of me.
mhm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like guys
Right.
are, because it's like I only had maybe I had 4 years where it was really only like like twice a week at best, and that was like 5-minute sets. Every now and again, you get like a 45 or 30-minute set,
Right.
but yeah, it stunts your growth like a motherfucker.
You said you did 35?
I did 30.
Yeah,
well,
30.
I went long. It was more like 28.
Yeah,
like
20.
that,
But
'cause I
they said
really
20, and
just
then you were
kept
28.
going.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
They weren't going
they're-
to let you.
Yeah, I know. It was going great.
They're already asking
Yeah.
you guys back, right? Like they're like, come on back
Yeah,
whenever
I know.
you want.
And
Kind of thing.
I think I could meet the host pet cow
Mhm.
when we go back. Yeah, there's a pet cow named
That's
Cinnamon.
Wow.
Very cute.
Oh,
Is it
nice.
Cinnamon?
You're gonna
Oh.
be at
I don't
their,
know. I didn't.
You're gonna
like
be
it.
at their Christmas dinner by this time by next year.
I know, right? We're gonna rule Palm Desert.
That was awesome.
It's a little pocket scene that kind of just popped up, and it's got some good stuff. John Hanford's the guy who booked me on it. He comes into LA a good amount and
Mhm.
does like I met him at Fourth Wall and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And yeah, he I guess he lives pretty close there. He lives in Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess like it's cool. Like if you're outside LA, like you can find any little area and create this little pocket scene. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
they've got 10 comics there.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's all they have in the
Yeah.
whole area. Like just 10 people who have
But
been doing it.
they're able. Yeah, they get up.
But they
that's-
they make their own shows just like you had to do in Ohio.
Which is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we had like 25, if that, you know?
Right.
Like that's all you really had in Ohio.
Yeah, that's crazy to think that's. But yeah, it's a whole different place and different experience, and just knowing that's only like 2.5, 3 hours away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's crazy.
It's
Is like
still-
there are supposedly like 10,000 active comics in LA,
Yeah.
and just like 2 hours drive in other direction, it's like comedy drought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the top dog.
What's a weird thing to do when you're in the middle of the country? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Like starting in Ohio is weird. Like
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
like, what? Why are
Yeah.
you
No,
doing this?
not even thinking. You don't even think about starting, especially
That's
in
why
the middle of the
I'm-
country.
So I was the youngest person for maybe 5 years
Mm-hmm.
in Ohio because I started at 19 and like no new people came along until I was in my mid-20s.
Oh wow,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah, and like and that was kind of like the comedy boom started happening. You know, like
Yeah.
people like Joe Rogan and Ari Shafir became
Yeah.
popular. I
Right.
mean, well, R.I.P. Ari Shafir. after that.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Ari.
I mean, do you think? I don't know. I don't think he's done.
No, he's not done, but he's just a fucking idiot.
It's
Right.
it's
just-
it's gonna hurt him.
It's
For
crazy
the
how
year.
like he actually has done this every time any
Yeah.
celebrity does it.
Yeah.
Like he talks shit about
Mhm.
David Bowie. He's
Yeah.
talked shit about like if Betty White dies tomorrow, he's still gonna
No,
be
he's
on
still
it.
going to.
It's just
But
so
dude, Kobe's
weird.
too big to do this.
Yeah.
Well,
to, like, the
it's-
lightning.
I think more of it too was his daughter was involved.
Yeah.
I
'Cause he
think
didn't
I don't
know
think
it.
he
He
would.
didn't
I
know
don't
it
think
was
he would have gotten
Yeah, he
as
didn't
much
know when he made that
backlash.
choice.
I don't think he would have gotten as much backlash if it hadn't have been. He
Yeah.
probably would still gotten some, but like if I don't think if the daughter would have been involved.
Yeah, it would.
I don't think it would have been
you
as
still
big
would
of
have
a
had your
deal.
fans. LA's pretty diehards about Kobe, but
Well,
it's,
people
are
you know,
diehard about
people are-
Kobe.
yeah, it's a diehard because he even ended it with
Well, dude, I
Screw
know a kid.
the
Yeah.
Lakers.
I don't want to say his name, but I know a kid here in LA, like someone that you
Yeah.
know too, posted something pretty much the exact same, not as aggressive as
Yeah.
Ari
Yeah.
did, but basically just calling him a rapist and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and saying that like, well, we shouldn't glorify this rapist, yada yada yada, and like had an argument with someone, obviously,
Yeah.
but like didn't get any shit. It's like big, people
Yeah.
weren't like posting shit,
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I
Yeah.
do care. I do care
Yeah.
that like 2 people died. You know,
Yeah.
that's terrible. You know
Seven
what I mean?
people
Yeah.
died, technically.
But
think
I
there
was
were
never,
7
I
in
was,
the
I wasn't
helicopter.
really a big
9?
Kobe
7,
fan
9?
necessarily.
Yeah.
I was talking to my brother. He said it's 100% the pilot's fault, no
It's
matter what anybody
conspiracy
says.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my brother's active duty Air Force,
Yeah.
Right.
and he was like, any trained pilot should be able to fly with their gauges. So in other words, fly completely blind.
Right. Yeah.
And this idiot flew above 11,000 feet to try to beat the fog. He couldn't do it, and when he came back down into the fog, he was blind.
Yeah.
He couldn't read his fucking
Didn't-
gauges, and he crashed into a mountain. So this
Mm.
guy wasn't trained enough. He didn't have any military background. He should have been able to fly blind. Any pilot could fucking do it,
Right.
if
Yeah.
they were trained right.
Yeah.
Like, but chances are he wasn't.
He wasn't.
Right.
And we kept saying like it was like Kobe's personal pilot or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I
Right.
kept reading, that like Kobe trusted this pilot more than anything. So that's what led me to believe that it was helicopter error, that there
No,
was something wrong.
Zero things wrong with
Yeah.
that.
Well, helicopters are kind of like the most dangerous thing to fly, anyways.
Oh my
Well,
god,
that's
yeah, they're
reading your
like
gauges, you got to be really smart
Mm-hmm.
to do that.
Right. Yeah.
Like anyone can kind of just fly, but like that's why
Right.
they required you to be like take advanced math if you're in the military
Mhm.
just to be able to fly. They
Gotta
got to
do
make
it.
sure you're
Gotta
smart
do
enough
it.
to look at these
Yeah.
gauges
Right.
and make
Instant decisions.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. For sure.
That's crazy.
Like, yeah. What did you read? Or was it you that told me this, that him and his wife are aware how dangerous helicopters were and made a pact that they would never ride in one, ride in that together.
Yeah, right.
case
They
something
always
happened.
rode in 2 separate helicopters, so at
Yeah.
least one person would be behind for the
Yeah, in
kids. Yeah.
Calabasas. It's
I mean, it
windy
makes
as
sense.
fuck
Why,
out
it
there.
makes sense why he had it.
Yeah.
But old news. I mean.
Oh well, there's some new news. What did you do at the comedy?
Oh yeah,
store?
yeah.
Oh yeah, Cousin Sons Weekend Review. Kobe Bryant.
Cousin Sons, we can review
No.
people that aren't us.
Yeah.
Garon had a big week. Though.
I did actually.
This was huge.
It was
surprise.
huge. Surprise. Yeah. I got to go up in the belly room for our friend Courtney Sherman's
Hell
show.
yeah.
Yeah. thank you.
Applause.
Applause. Yeah, applause.
Applause.
Shut
Press
on
the-
the applause button.
press- do it.
We have to search for it.
Get-
Wait for the
Before-
applause.
There we go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
That's what I wanted.
No, and it was one of those where it was lucky for me, I say, and I tell people this, that it was last minute
Hmm.
because the nerves I got within knowing 20 minutes in advance, and I was also there taking photos.
Yeah.
I've been taking photos for 2 months for her shows and all the other people's shows, and I'm like now to the point where I'm just doing that just to like get, watch comedy, do photography, which I love.
Yeah.
And then for her, then she comes up to me and she's like, this day I was exhausted. This was last Sunday. I was exhausted. And she was like, hey, so do you want to do some time? And I was like, no, I don't want to do some time. I was like exhausted. I was like, nah. And then she's like, oh, okay, well, I'll come back to you. And then she came back again and was like, do you want to? And in that time frame, I was like, okay, I'd be an idiot to say no.
Right,
I
right.
have to do it. I have to. And so I was in the process. I went and I got up there on stage. I got cottonmouthed up there at first because I was like, I had nothing to drink.
Yeah.
And then I
It's
get up there.
objectively terrifying.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, and luckily it wasn't a packed house. It was pretty small, like everybody's spread out, but it was enough to where I was like, it's still that next level of feeling like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm here first time. I don't want to, embarrass Courtney. And then I also don't want to like people paid, regardless of if some
Right.
people got in for
Right.
free,
No.
somebody paid to see this show,
Yeah,
you And so I'm just like, I don't want to, but within like a minute, like 30 seconds, I was like, okay, I need to slow down. Don't want to get tongue tied.
Yep.
And she even was like, I'll give you the light at 3. You get off whenever you want, because she saw how
Oh.
nervous I was.
Hmm.
And then I ended up going for like 5.5, 6 minutes.
Yeah.
And so,
Nice.
but it was one of those where it was like, oh, cool, exhilarating feeling of like, and it felt that good feeling of the next level of confidence of like, that was scary. Do I even want to do that again? But also, I can do this.
Yeah.
So then
Right,
it keeps
yeah.
you going,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was a crazy.
Especially once
I'm
it's
proud
over,
of you,
it's
dude.
never
That's
as
awesome.
sad
Thank
as you
you.
thought it was going to
Yeah, and it's just being
That's
up
so
there and
exciting.
just it took a second of like, oh, I'm on stage right now. Like especially once I take the mic out and you turn around, there's an audience there, and you're like, oh, this isn't the fourth wall. This
Yeah.
is an actual audience. So yeah, it was a cool. It took me a good 48 hours to actually comprehend.
And that is the detriment of being in LA. We were just talking about how it's, you don't get as much stage time in the middle of the country, but
Yeah,
like
yep.
My first open mic was in front of like 300 people.
Crazy.
Yeah, I
That's
remember
Very
crazy.
first
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
ever.
Oh no, dude, like I said,
Right?
that mic in Nashville.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a
full-
fucking show, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it was like it was set, it was in a comedy club. Everyone was there to see the show.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everyone, all
Yeah,
focus
that's how
was
it
on
is
you.
in
I mean,
all the
like,
smaller
Yeah.
scenes.
yeah, it was a fucking show. I mean,
Yeah.
So it's like it preps you for that mental.
Dude,
Like, oh my God, so many people help.
have you been? Are you working Wednesday?
At Federal?
Yeah,
No.
or wherever. Do you? We were gonna go do that Robin Hood mic. Have you guys been to that one?
I have. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know Amir.
You want to do that one?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Um,
I love
Because usually
Amir.
Wednesdays I don't
Amir
do.
just opened for Craig Robinson at Flappers.
Oh, yeah,
Shout out
that's
to
right.
Amir
You
Khalil.
oh yeah.
It was
Did
so.
you give him his card?
I did. I
Yeah,
gave him his badass card. Amir.
Cousins and
Go
Sons
Amir,
and
go Amir.
Friends. We can review.
Yeah,
Yeah.
weekend review. I mean, that's what it's all
No,
about.
that's what it is.
Keeping,
No,
keeping
keeping
you guys
everybody-
informed on what the fuck's going on in the underground.
Yeah,
You know
right.
what I
It is.
mean?
It's true, which
Yeah.
I enjoy about
We are
that.
the underground comedy.
Nailed
Yeah.
it, Pepper.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was. This whole week was a good week. I mean, I
I mean, not for me.
you were, but you were.
Yeah.
you
I
were-
had a
you
fucking
were-
you were
terrible
sick,
week. I was
yeah.
sick all fucking week.
Yeah.
You were gonna come with us to the show.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
you were
try and get
"Ah."
on that show, but well, dude, and then
I'm sure they would have
dude,
let you up,
here's
but like, man,
here's
if
a
you
good
were
lesson
sick.
learned though,
Yeah.
honestly, because I have regrets this week. Like, and some of them was like not just resting up, but
Yeah.
like well, that wasn't really a regret, but not going to the show with you on Sunday. I
Oh,
should have
yeah,
just
yeah,
toughed it out and
yeah.
fucking went because
Right,
like I
right.
missed out on maybe I could have gotten up or I at least missed him
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
up. I probably could have gotten up two.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could have split it.
Shit,
Hey,
they were
give
doing
us
no
6
shows.
and we'll do 3 each.
Yeah,
you know
right?
what I mean?
No,
And
exactly.
yeah, so it's just like, yeah, I don't know, just taking these opportunities, even though you're sick or tired or something, it's like you got to do it.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
the
I
Joshua
feel
Tree
that.
thing, it's like, well, I didn't want to get you guys sick, and then
And plus, that was like
that fucking
dude, we were
6-hour
driving
drive,
for
dude.
total
I
6
could-
Yeah, it
hours.
was
that would
6
have been
hours.
terrible.
Oh, dude, you would have been dead.
I'd have been
And
terrible.
that-
Yeah.
and-
Plus,
was
I invited a friend to jujitsu the next morning, so I had to be there for that.
Oh,
we,
yeah.
we didn't
Like
get home
an
till
idiot.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got home
exhausted.
real late because afterwards we like
Yeah.
hung out with everybody for a little
Oh.
bit.
For
It
a
was
little
fun.
bit, but like I didn't want to stay for
Yeah,
too
it's
fucking long.
No.
driving that far distance.
Except,
Yeah.
and also, like I forget that sometimes like I've got the same group of friends because meeting all new comics. I think at one point it's just me and Katie standing by ourselves.
Right.
Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know anyone
Yeah.
here.
Still awkward. I'm that same way in my.
Like, yeah, even
normal
as
situation.
social as I normally am, I'm like
Mhm.
I don't know what to talk about.
Yeah, right.
don't
I
know
gave a
these
girl a
people.
compliment and it scared her. It was
It was like after the show, it was weird. It was almost like I couldn't. I think she was like intimidated that you were talking to her or something. It was
Maybe-
very interesting.
see, I didn't interpret it as intimidation. I interpreted it as just like this bitch. Like I don't know. That's just how. Like she just looked me up and down, and I'm like, I just called your hair pretty.
I don't know. Maybe she was trying to eat you.
That might have been it.
She's
That
pretty
might have been
large.
it too, yeah.
Am I right? I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, no.
perfect time.
That's not
I
jokes.
love this mixer, dude.
Oh, actually,
It makes me so
It's
happy.
like so awesome.
cow related. Do you want to hear a piece of advice that my mother once
Oh,
gave me?
wait.
Advice.
When? Or she gave you recently?
No, growing up.
Oh, growing
Oh, yeah.
up. Okay.
About cows?
When you call a woman a cow, never call a fat woman a cow because you want her to know you're attacking her intelligence, not her body.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
My mother's fucking scathing. She's brilliant.
Every time she brings up her mom, I'm like, oh my god.
I love how much
Perfect,
you love that
perfect.
soundboard.
Oh my god!
dude,
it's
that
so
soundboard.
amazing. It's so amazing. So yeah, I mean that's so
I mean-
on stage, and regrets, guys. Don't
Mhm.
and it goes back to as far as doing the Comedy Store was the first time I've ever really experienced that whole thing of timing plus preparation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what it was. I
Yeah.
could have been at the right place at the right time and not have done as many mics and put
Right.
myself in that and gone up
Yeah.
there and just
Right.
And just froze.
Froze.
Yeah.
but the fact that I've done enough to where I did, because I
You
was
have
nervous.
material.
Yeah, I have
You have
material.
material.
And I was
Yeah.
nervous, but I was like, I couldn't even imagine being confident, not
Mm-hmm.
confident, even a little,
Yeah.
and being nervous. So those two things is the first time I think in my life that those actually did match up. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Dope.
well, there you go. That's why I do all this for those possibilities.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like literally training for the war.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You don't
I
know
mean,
when the
yeah.
war's happening.
That's why that's literally why the military makes you wake up every morning and run at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like you don't
just
know.
never know when it's.
Yeah, and then why you get in trouble if you get fat and out of shape. Because
Yeah.
they're like,
Mhm.
what if the war happens
Yeah.
tomorrow? You fat fuck.
It's awesome.
Nailed it.
So
Oh, one more time.
so who do
I didn't realize it was still going.
Wait, do we have a fart on there? No.
No farts.
Oh, we gotta get a fart.
We gotta
we
get
gotta
a
get a fart.
yeah.
We'll get one. We'll get one.
We have added some. We've had.
Do you want to record some farts right now?
Oh,
I
we
say
could.
I say
I
we
want some-
all go
I want-
around and record a fart.
Like our own.
Yeah, like all of
It's got to
us.
be
It's
organic.
gotta be.
Let's
It's
go.
gotta
Let's
be
go.
real. It's gotta be like a trucker.
Ass to the mic.
Let's go get
Ass to the mic.
How about Tuesday night? We'll go get tacos and then we'll go to.
Yes,
and then
except
we'll
me not
record some-
tacos. Me, it's those pot stickers.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, the Asian. Yeah.
Pot stickers gets my
I was
pot
just saying,
sticky.
that Asian food you've been eating. Oh my god, I'm such a redneck.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't know.
Fuck it.
So who do we
yeah,
have
I
on
mean-
this week?
Logan Quiroz.
Logan Quiroz.
Yes.
Holy shit.
There it is. Thank
Yeah.
you, Travis.
You
Yeah.
guys
There
sounded
we go.
like two hot girls that were super into him.
Logan
Logan
Quiroz.
Quiroz.
He's a beautiful
We are.
man.
He is a beautiful man.
Beautiful
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
I can't-
very
Beautiful man.
tough.
Yeah.
He's
If
from
you guys,
Vegas.
He's from Vegas.
I hope he still has
Yeah.
his
I mean,
mustache.
he's,
I don't know.
yeah.
yet.
He's
does.
got the
He's
stash,
got his
dude.
Big
stash.
stash?
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
guys should really enjoy this guy. Super nice dude.
Yep, known him from doing open mics and stuff, and we're excited to have him on this week.
He left
Yeah,
us
really
for a little
funny
while.
guy.
Went
He
to
actually-
Vegas. Now he's
yeah,
back.
he's back.
He's got if you guys want to check him out, if you see this, he's got an up. When's his show? He's got a show in Palm Springs.
Coming up.
Coming up
I'll
next
even put it
week.
across this.
We'll put it in there. But yeah,
Yeah,
Logan
so,
Quiroz, you
Logan
guys.
Quiroz. Here we go. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, enjoy. This episode of Cousins Sons is brought to you by the Masani Group. As you guys know, Garon and I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. One of our black belts is not only a black belt in BJJ, but also in the housing market. Can help you get the best deals on homes in the greater Los Angeles area. Just call the Masani Group at 626-263-0434 or visit their website at themasanigroup.com. This episode of Cousins & Sons is brought to you by Authentic Muay Thai Supply. This is an online fightwear store where you can find the best, most authentic Muay Thai protection gear, training gear, boxing gloves, and Muay Thai shorts straight up from Thailand. Good prices, good people. Check them out over at authenticmuaythaisupply.com and enjoy this episode of the podcast.
Nailed it, Pepper.
It's not what you wanted from me. You've been trying to make sense of my mistake.
Side or
Yeah.
get your point across 15. You have time. It's
My
no
mistake.
And we're all there like together. We all have to go on and do 15, so no one wants to bomb for 15 minutes straight.
Yeah.
So we're all
Yeah.
kind of like, we're giving you something. We're like, okay,
yeah,
come
yeah.
on. Let's all fucking support each other a little bit and not embarrass
And
ourselves.
yeah,
up
for
here.
the next hour and a
Right.
half.
Yeah.
It's just. Is this how many times have you done? You've done 15.
I didn't even find out about this one until like 2 weeks ago, or last week. So I've done last week. I did Saturday, Sunday. This week I'm doing Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So
okay.
yeah, I'm gonna try and do them every week now.
Yeah. Okay.
15
Dude,
minutes.
I really wanted to hop on that 15-minute with you. That was a big misunderstanding.
Oh yeah,
I was
huge
like-
misunderstanding.
I
Yeah.
was like, I even thought to myself, I was like, well, shit. It's like, maybe I do want to just go ahead and leave that there. And I'll just I've never done 15 minutes. So, but it would
15
be a good.
minutes.
Yeah, dude, I'll do it with you next time.
Hell
Are you
yeah,
doing it
dude.
tomorrow? You think there's a.
I would check tomorrow because the
Probably,
spot's
it's probably,
open.
it's
full,
probably
yeah.
full, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
next
but they'll
week.
open up that
Sunday,
day
it's
also.
sometimes it's a little lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just depends.
I
In
mean,
the
even
morning,
if you just go and yeah,
I would say in the morning, a lot of people drop off. They're just like,
Oh yeah.
they wake up.
up,
They're like,
yeah.
I'm not
hungover. I was
gonna
like, I don't
fucking
want to do
this.
5, let alone 15 minutes.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
That's
dude.
awesome though.
Wait, do you guys hear that?
What?
Oh shit!
yeah, baby.
It's the new intro song for Travis
Yeah, Travis Trivia.
All right, Travis Trivia,
Oh
dude.
my god, are you ready for
I'm-
this, Logan?
I'm as ready as I can be, I guess.
So
We'll
do it-
fucking see.
Beautiful. Okay, the cousins now we're actually they've been doing okay.
we've been doing okay.
You've won what, twice now?
Twice. Yeah.
Twice?
Well,
We've won
yeah,
twice.
Yep, twice.
Twice out
Yeah,
of
We have a victory against
Like
Bear
12.
and Dylan Sullivan.
That's right. Bear and Dylan Sullivan.
No,
both.
we
no,
won.
we
No, we
lost
won
against
against
Bear.
Noah,
Noah
and
and
Dylan
Dylan
Sullivan.
That's right.
We
Yeah.
lost to Bear.
Technically there's an unrecorded because the computer fucked
That's
up.
true.
Where
We
you guys beat
Beat
Bear.
Bear.
Technically.
We did.
But then
Oh.
Bear came back in the re-record and
Yeah.
kicked your
Damn, dude.
ass. All right,
I
guys.
don't
Well,
wanna
this is
be-
what we're gonna do. Pepper has sent me president trivia. Okay,
For
so
President's
US
Day,
President
on the day
President's
this
Day.
comes out.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's
multiple
coming-
choice. Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
If it wasn't
Come on,
multiple
dude.
choice, we'd just
Come
be
on,
sitting
man.
here for hours. All right. And so, just so you know, because we got this new fancy soundboard, if you get it wrong, you're gonna hear that noise. If you get it correct, It's all the stolen from The Price is Right. And then if you're taking way too much time, you're gonna just hear a. Which I think is two tiny people playing ping pong. I don't really know what that sound is supposed to be. That being said, you're going to go first. It's going to be you. Then the cousins will have a chance. And if you get it wrong, the cousins will have a chance to steal. If you get 4 correct and they have none, you automatically win. Or we can go into some sort of overtime tiebreaker or something like that.
Yep.
That being said, are you ready for your first question, Logan?
I'm ready.
Hell yeah. Question number 1. Who ran for president with the campaign slogan, "Vote yourself a farm"?
Grover Cleveland.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. Are you
He can
certain?
see the answers.
That's right.
Or you can
Just for
see
the people listening at home. The option.
Oh, do I, sorry. Do I just,
No, it's okay.
My
For the
bad.
people
my
listening
bad.
at home, yeah.
No, it's all good. We got James Blaine, who I thought was a magician, Abraham Lincoln, Grover Cleveland, or Thomas Jefferson. You said Grover Cleveland.
Final answer. Ah, fuck.
That is incorrect.
Confidence would get me.
shit.
Dude.
Stop. I need to mute the goddamn TV.
I'm gonna say TJ.
Are we saying Thomas Jefferson, guys?
Vote yourself a farm. Yeah, sure.
Let's see.
Oh,
There it
no.
is.
is it on? Travis, can we turn down this TV a little bit because I can hear the.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
muted. I think you already muted it.
Dang.
Let's go ahead and cut that part out, guys.
It's okay.
You turn the
Hey,
light down.
this is a podcast, dude. Shit happens in a podcast.
Dude,
Okay,
it's
well,
all
Logan-
live,
Oh,
baby.
hold on. After you've done them one. All right, Logan.
I'm
Now
up
you have
now?
a chance to steal it back. If you get it wrong, then we're just going to move on to another question and pretend this never happened.
James
So,
Blaine.
are you going James
I'm
Blaine?
going
The
James.
magician.
Oh, and it was
dude.
Honest Abe.
It was
Honest
Honest
Abe.
Abe.
It's always Honest Abe.
Abraham
Yeah.
Lincoln. Yeah,
I
and,
thought that
if
was
you
President
too
with this
easy.
campaign slogan: "Vote
Right.
yourself a farm."
referring to the
Wow, no
Republican
wonder.
Party's promise to support legislation granting free homestead to settlers in the Western frontier. Funny how common or modern Republicans or anti-socialism, when the first socialist program came from the beginning
Of the
of the Republican Party.
Right.
Just dropping some
Boom.
facts.
Damn, dude.
Word. All right, so question 2, we're moving on to the cousins. So far, it's 0-0.
Nice.
Okay, dude.
Perfect.
Cousins.
That's neck and neck,
I'm
dude.
being nice at
I
the
like
beginning,
neck and
dude. Get ready.
Question number 2. How many future U.S. presidents signed the Declaration of Independence? 0, 4, 6, or 2? Cousins, what are we thinking?
Bernard. I'm gonna say 2.
2? Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see if it's 2.
God damn it, dude.
All right, guys, it is
That was a
1
good one.
to
I got-
0.
Okay, good job, guys.
Logan,
Good job.
Yeah, yeah.
now the cousins have the advantage because they have technically answered their first question right. All right.
Yes.
So
Pressure's on.
question technically number 2. Logan, who was the only U.S. president to also serve as Chief Justice of the Supreme Court? William Howard Taft, big boy, Rutherford B. Hayes, William McKinley, or Franklin Pierce?
I'm gonna have to go with McKinley.
He's going with
Is it
McKinley, guys.
William McKinley.
Ah.
That is incorrect. Cousins, you have a chance to steal and have a 2-point lead on Logan. William Howard Taft, Rutherford B. Hayes, or Franklin Pierce?
Man, what do you think, Garon?
Let's go Taft.
We're going Taft.
Yeah!
Taft. He never really wanted to be president, preferred law to politics, and always aspired to serve in the Supreme Court. But his wife wanted to be first lady,
Yeah, of
basically.
course.
Don't we just do
Oh, you
guys are
everything?
Think
smarter
for
than
your
you look,
lady,
dude.
yeah.
We were one brain.
God, what? I didn't even know they listened to their women back then. You know what I mean? I thought that was the advantage they had over today's men.
Oh, that's terrible. Hilarious. All right, it's the cousins' turn again because they stole Logan's question.
God,
It's
damn
okay,
it.
so they have a chance to have a 3-point lead.
It's okay.
How many questions are there total?
10.
Yeah, comeback of the century, baby.
Yeah.
Get ready.
That's all right. You get a 2-point lead,
He's a
cousins.
competitive man.
Here's to secure your lead as a 3-point lead. Who was the first U.S. president to be married in the White House? Chester A. Arthur, Martin Van Buren, Grover Cleveland, or Benjamin Harrison?
Yeah. Grover Cleveland.
Are we going Grover Cleveland?
Yeah.
Sure.
Grover Cleveland?
Ah! June
Pulled that
1866.
right out of their ass.
20-year-old
21-year-old Frances Folsman as his wife. Frances.
Francis.
False, man.
Are those guys even
Making him the
presidents,
first
those other
president
guys?
to be married White House.
Never heard of these guys.
I've never
before.
heard of you before. I know, and that's
Ever heard
why.
of Grover Cleveland?
I've
No,
heard of
that's
him.
the
He's
only
the
one.
only one I've heard of.
But that was like his trick
1880
question.
fucking 6, dude.
Have you guys ever had anyone storm out of here and just a rage? You're about to, dude.
That's why you have to sit in the
Yeah,
middle.
All right, Logan. Well, now it's your turn.
No,
This
stay.
is your chance for the comeback of the century.
Comeback
Logan.
of the
Okay, here
century.
we go.
Okay, this is to make
Garon,
this
get it
switcher.
wrong
It's
on
3-0, Logan. I believe in you.
Okay, here we
All
go.
right.
I believe
What
in you.
U.S. president had a pet mockingbird named Dick?
That's got to be Richard Nixon, right? That's got to be.
Right?
Has
Oh,
to
the
be,
options are
right?
Millard Fillmore, Thomas Jefferson, Dwight Eisenhower, or Richard Nixon. You're
Nixon,
going
and
for
if
a
it's
tricky
not, I'm
Dick?
storming out, dude.
Cousins, you have a chance to steal.
I was-
Now, Logan,
hey,
it can come back
If it makes
to
you feel any better, I was going to pick that if we had
I
the
was
first.
too. He seems like an
Okay,
asshole.
so we got Millard Fillmore,
Dick.
Thomas Jefferson, Dwight Eisenhower. What are you feeling?
Eisenhower.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right, Pepper feels it in his jellies.
Oh!
Logan, 50-50 shot
come
here.
on.
Millard Fillmore, Thomas Jefferson.
I got to go with Jefferson. I don't know who Fillmore is.
Oh,
Woo!
Let's
Let's go.
I mean,
baby.
well,
it back.
why are we clapping? We're against him.
Because it is so encouraging.
During Travis trivia, he is not a friend.
We say
I
that in the
appreciate
back of the
that.
open mics. We were like, we are the most encouraging.
Yeah.
Woo, you did terrible.
You clap for me, I clap for you.
Yes.
All right, so it's
I'm
a
liking this
3-1 game, guys. Logan is back in the game.
Okay.
Back.
I'm back,
Fucking
baby.
making it happen. Now, Cousins, question number 5, technically. What U.S. president had a nervous breakdown at the age of 24 and spent time in a sanitarium?
Jesus.
John Tyler, Harry Truman, Zachary Taylor, or Warren G. Harding?
I want to go with
Is this us?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's for you guys.
Oh, you're going with.
I think I'm going to go with Truman because I think the Truman Show might be like just how nutty he is.
Hey.
If that's what you feel.
Maybe
if
be
you
Try it.
feel it.
inspired
Try
by
it.
Harry Truman.
Logan,
Totally
you now have
wrong.
a chance to
Totally
steal to
wrong.
really
Oh.
bring
My
the
bad,
dick
Karen.
back here, okay?
My bad, Garen.
So it's
Sorry.
3-1. If you get this one right, it'll be 3-2, and then you're really in the ball game. So John Tyler, Zachary Taylor, Warren G. Harding. What do you feel in your heart?
God. I want to go with Tyler. I'm going to go with Tyler.
Go, John Tyler.
John Tyler.
Ah,
Zachary
it's okay,
Taylor.
it's okay.
Zachary Taylor. Zachary Taylor. No!
Oh,
There we
nobody
go.
gets that.
question that does not
Damn.
count. We're moving on.
Who was that? What was the actual answer? Warren?
Harding.
Warren G. Harding.
Warren G. Harding, yeah. In
Let's see, what's-
1889, at the age of 24, Warren G. Harding had a nervous breakdown and spent several weeks in a sanitarium. How were things that stressful back then?
I don't know. Well,
Like
I
the damn cows!
Yes, yeah. Wait, you had people killing you.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
pretty murdery.
I mean, yeah, you
That's a
can get
good
away
point.
with murder, rape, things
3
like
of your children were
like-
carried away by Wolverines.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay,
I don't
never
know.
mind.
As
They
a Logan,
die of-
we were
they
about
die
to
of
sweep him, and he's
gangrene.
having
Yeah,
a mental
Now
breakdown.
Dude, I- I'm
my
about to
apps
have-
won't
dude,
download. Yeah, I understand. Okay, in the interest of fairness, what we're going to do is we're going to bring it back to Logan, so that way we actually
Oh,
have
yeah.
a chance.
Okay.
Give you that
Those
chance.
2 questions are right, because it's still 3-1. This will give you 3-2. That way you're still in the game. So question, technically at number 5. Who was the first U.S. president to be born an American citizen? All right, we got Martin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, Andrew Jackson, or John Quincy Adams.
Now this is just confusing me because I thought they were all American citizens. So
Well,
now,
the first one that was born American
Born
citizen.
an American citizen,
Born
because like
American
Washington originally from England.
Right.
oh
stuff
yeah,
like that.
So I would.
God damn.
Because they were all
Can I phone a
separatists.
friend? Can I-
Actually, we
Can
do
I
have that
phone the
option.
other
We do have an option to hook in a phone. Yes.
Can I call Jersey Jim up real quick?
Jesus Christ. That's who you're gonna go with. That's who
Yeah.
you're gonna go with.
Dude, yeah.
He probably knows that, actually. That's probably what he does.
I feel like he
So
does.
Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
I feel like okay. Just think about. Yeah, I'm not gonna help you. What am I doing?
Okay, John Quincy Adams.
We're going John Quincy
Yeah.
Adams. All right, Cousins, a chance to almost secure your victory here.
Let's see.
Martin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, Andrew Jackson.
I'm gonna say Jackson.
Yeah.
Because I can't.
Yeah.
Because like none of those are both those are after Jackson, and that's like too many generations gone for like someone not to be born.
that's
Okay,
good.
go with Jackson.
I
Wow.
don't even know if you're correct, but that's impressive.
That's impressive.
That's good thinking.
Oh,
okay,
that was
Logan, here we go. Martin
God,
Van Buren,
Pressure's on.
William Henry Harrison, 50-50.
Um,
How you feeling in your jellies?
Harrison.
Oh!
Van Buren? What president was he?
All right.
Let's see.
It's insane that there's been like 3 of them that none
He's
of
like
neither
the
of us
8th
got
president.
That's not-
So 8
Oh, dude, look at
presidents
this.
went
No,
by.
unlike the wow, you
Sep-
knew he was the fucking.
Yeah, are you a history major?
What are you doing over here?
What are
Where
you
does
doing?
brains come?
Sorry.
That's what happens
You-
when you don't get high before the episode.
I know, right?
I didn't even know he was the 8th president. That's fucking impressive as hell, Pepper. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Really? You guys didn't have to do
That's
that?
why you take
Applaud,
presidents,
applaud, please.
Or can I do it? Nailed it, Pepper, actually?
Oh yeah, you need to hold on. I gotta go back. Nailed it, Pepper.
Thank you.
That's actually in one of the advertisements. All right, here we go. Well, I'm going back to Logan because we're gonna try.
We're trying, baby.
Still 3-1.
It's just still 3-1. This is for you to get to 3-2.
We really
so it's
have
in the
killed
ball
it.
game here. Okay, Walt Whitman. His poem "Oh Captain, My Captain" was written about which president? Ulysses S. Grant, Zachary Taylor, George Washington, or Abraham Lincoln?
George Washington?
He was a general.
Yep.
That's not.
Ooh.
All right, moving
I'm gonna
on to the
go
cousins.
Grant.
Grant, because I think he
that was
also
my
was
next
military.
guess.
Oh, snap.
Damn,
Fuck
here
you,
we
Lincoln.
go.
You're a lawyer, you fuck.
Zachary Taylor, Abraham Lincoln. What are you thinking, Logan?
Don't.
If you get this
If
one
I
wrong
get this
too,
one
I'm
wrong
moving to
again.
the cousins.
Oh my god.
Play the TikTok music.
Yeah, Lincoln was using the.
He was a lawyer.
Yeah. Zach Taylor.
All right, so a little building a little suspense. Is it Zachary Taylor? It was based, yeah.
I guess it
Captain,
doesn't
My
have it-
Captain was written in 1865 in response to the death
Oh,
of Abraham Lincoln. It was only one of Whitman's poems to appear
Dude, we
in
are
an anthology
idiots.
during his
Oh,
lifetime.
yeah, because we're supposed to know that fucking poet's work. From
So it's 3-1.
1867.
We're now
dude.
moving to the cousins to see if they have any better luck. If you guys get 5 points, it's an instant win at this point.
Yep.
So
How many
it-
have died on 4th
4th of July.
Yeah, how many? God damn it!
Sorry.
I only have one job. So the question that they've already written out, said out loud: how many presidents have died on the 4th of July, cousins? Is it 2, 1, 3, 0? Sounds like someone's pin code out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. It's us, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 0.
On
Alright.
4th of July?
Yeah.
Independence Day.
Does Garon concur?
Did it? What? Okay.
Sure. I mean, of all the years, nobody's killed a president or died on
On 4th
on
of
our
July?
Independence Day.
All right, we're going with
0.
Oh.
Logan, here we go.
There's
In
no
the
way
game,
it's more
Daddy.
than one. No way it's more than one.
I mean, that's what I would think, right?
Oh.
Now it's 3.
No, it's more than one. Definitely 3 now.
2 or 3, guys.
2 is my favorite number.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not anymore.
Oh, love of God, guys.
3 fucking presidents. We'll find out who it is.
How many have we gotten right?
John-
Like,
John
John
Adams,
Adams.
Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe.
Yep.
combined, have we only gotten 4 of these?
Jeez, all
Yeah.
I'll start with Jay.
4, and now we're technically on question 10.
Died on 4th of July.
Is this the worst you
Yeah.
guys like total?
Yeah.
Everyone's ever
That was
Damn,
pretty bad.
dude,
It was
we
pretty
should know.
bad.
Yeah.
All right, now we're coming back to Logan here. It's still
Our
3
education
to 1.
system.
Logan, if you even tie, I'm going to make you the winner. So, so it's 3 to 1. Logan, who was the first president to have a state car custom built to Secret Service standards? Was it Harry Truman, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Lyndon B. Johnson, or John F. Kennedy?
Jesus Christ.
JF Kizzle?
JFK the day of.
JF
Lyndon B.
Kizzle?
Johnson. I don't know. dude.
How you feeling?
I'm going with Lyndon. I've lost all confidence.
Lyndon B. Johnson. All right.
I'm gonna go
Cousins.
JF Kizzy.
JF Kizzy did it, and then it was like, oh, we should have had a sunroof.
Well, like, if you
John
thi-
F. Kennedy.
But to say, I was like, I don't think it's
Like when do you think you could start
D.
customizing
Roosevelt.
cars like
Roosevelt.
that?
Oh, Roosevelt.
You
Okay.
go Franklin D.
Yeah.
Roosevelt.
All right, let's go Roosevelt.
Oh,
Okay.
4 to 1, cousins. 4 to 1.
job,
All right,
guys.
we're back
Kennedy,
to
Roosevelt.
Logan. Let's go to the next page of questions here. All right, Logan. This is just so you're kind of in the game. If the cousins steal this one, they win. If you get this one right, we're gonna keep this fucking thing going.
Okay.
So this question will get you hopefully 2 whole points. Who was the first president to live in the White House? Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, George Washington, or James Madison?
James Madison is.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah. Dude, statistically, I
Thomas
have to
Jefferson.
get one of these right one of the days.
John.
you
what'd
did.
say?
Thomas
Yeah.
Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson?
Okay,
Yeah.
I did get one.
Because Adams is the second out. Oh, was it really Adams?
Oh,
Because I know
Adams?
Washington
Okay.
didn't.
Adams.
Are we going John Adams?
We're going Adams.
Yeah! Hit the wrong button.
The second president made it to the White House? That's bullshit. When the fuck was the... It was the White House
until
built?
1800 when the White House was nearly completed.
Okay.
Its first president.
Oh, how long was Washington president?
Are you asking us?
I
dude?
believe
That's
for,
true.
I think he was technically president for
That's
3 or 4
question number
terms.
9.
It was a long time. Huh?
Yeah, he was. Like,
It was a
there was
long
no
time.
rules
Yeah.
about
Yeah, there
what
was
he
no
was
rules.
for a long time.
All right, well,
So what is it? 4
All
to 2?
right, 4-2. Here we go, cousins. If you get this one right, technically you secure your victory.
Okay.
So at any chance you guys can win. This is literally your game to fuck up.
Yep.
All right.
We're good at that.
Which U.S. president purchased Alaska from Russia? Andrew Johnson, William McKinley, James Buchanan, or Thomas Jefferson?
I like John Buchanan, so I'm gonna go with James Buchanan.
I like it, dude. I like that.
Are we, Pepper,
I
you
I
okay
guess-
with
I mean,
James
you seem
Buchanan?
smarter.
no,
Actually.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
We go with James Buchanan?
Yeah.
I was gonna
Logan,
go
a
Andrew
chance
Johnson.
Don't
get
say
this
what you
into
were gonna go
Andrew
with.
Johnson, because he was gonna go with that.
You
Yes, let's go.
You are horrible.
Board
We gotta keep the game going.
Comeback, baby.
Still, you're horrible.
All right, potentially the comeback of the century. Logan, now it's
Yes.
your time to fucking tie this up.
Let's do
All
it,
right?
baby.
Who was the first president to appear on TV? John F. Kennedy, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower.
Dang, dude, I don't know the order of any of these presidents, which is a big issue for me right now.
Yeah.
God.
Very first.
I
It was a pretty legendary speech. First to be broadcast to the nation.
That did not help me at all.
When were TVs made?
okay.
This is to tie it up, brother.
Yeah, this is so embarrassing because I don't even know. Whoo,
Give me a guess.
true. Eisenhower.
Oh,
We go Dwight D. Eisenhower.
No, God
I
damn
was
it.
kidding.
Are you? Is that
I'm
your final
fucking
answer?
with your head.
Go with it. Ah,
All right, cousins. This is for the win.
Should I narrow it down for us?
Probably Kennedy
John
or
F.
Roosevelt.
It's not Kennedy or Eisenhower because there's TV before then.
Well, and also he just got Eisenhower wrong.
I think. Well, yeah. Well, and Eisenhower was right before Kennedy.
So Franklin D. Roosevelt or Harry S. Truman? Is that what you're
It's-
feeling?
True.
Truman.
Wait,
No,
when was Pearl Harbor?
Roosevelt.
That was.
Yeah, it was during Roosevelt. Yeah,
Do true.
that's what I'm thinking.
Truman.
I'm gonna need an answer, cousin.
Okay. Truman.
Truman.
Fuck, it's Roosevelt.
There we go.
Roosevelt. Let's
So
do
we-
it, baby.
It's F. Kennedy.
I knew it.
Tried.
Yes.
It was the
Time
World's
game.
Fair. It was the fucking World's Fair. The fucking motherfuckers.
April 30th, 1939. Can you believe that? It wasn't really even that long ago.
No, not really. That's what I was
Not
kind
in
of
the history of
surprised.
America. Okay, let's see here. This is for, I guess so. What we'll do technically 3 more questions, okay? Because it's tied 4-4.
4 to 4.
4-4. All right. What we're gonna do is,
This is a long trivia.
yeah, exactly.
Battle
whoever
for the
whoever
ages, dude.
gets 2 more questions right,
That's gonna take
that's the winner.
a lot more than 3 questions.
But we're only gonna do 3 more questions, and that's it. So basically, whoever gets the highest score after these next 3
After
questions,
these 3, regardless, we're not doing more than 3.
No.
So
We
Correct.
could have
Sounds
stopped
good.
a long time. I mean, like,
because you guys got so many wrong.
yeah, so we've never gone to this one.
So, who was the first president to use the telegraph? Cousins, was it Ulysses S. Grant, Grover Cleveland, Abraham Lincoln, or Andrew Jackson?
Grant.
Jackson, Lincoln, Grant.
I don't know.
Yeah, we can do.
I'm trying to think what the fuck what's the telegraph?
Did you just
Let's
ask
do
me what a telegraph? Ding, 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 ding.
Let's do
Yeah,
Grant. Let's do
I'm gonna
Grant.
go Grant.
Ulysses S. Grant. Oh! Logan, a chance to steal and damn near secure your victory here. We got Grover Cleveland, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Jackson.
Let's go Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln killed the president game,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
He did it all, dude.
You
All
really
right, Logan,
Abraham.
this next question, if you get it correct, 100%
You win.
secures your victory.
Okay.
Okay. Which of the following presidents vetoed the last number of bills, or the least, sorry, which president vetoed the least number of bills during his time in office? Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, Grover Cleveland, or George Washington?
I think I've gone with Cleveland a few times now.
It's failed you every time.
And he's got to be right at some point, right? Cleveland. Let's do it.
Is it Grover Cleveland?
No!
Cousins, a chance to tie this up 5-5, and then we go into the final tiebreaker question. Thomas Jefferson, Theodore, George Washington.
Theodore?
Sure.
Logan, 50-50 shot. You 100% will win.
Thomas Jefferson.
Did not vote any bills in during his 8 years in office. Wow.
Yeah, dude
Yes.
did nothing.
The least
Dude,
number he did
let's do
0.
it, bro.
Comeback
I
of the
told you.
century, guys.
You can't get any more least than
Guys, the
that.
comeback
An
is coming.
impressive. The comeback kid, Logan Quiroz, everybody. Can we get a...
I'm literally sweating.
Yeah, we need an applause for this one.
Can we get an applause?
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Good job. Hey, I'm a good sport.
You are a good sport.
It's great.
Good game,
That's
guys.
great.
Good
That's
game.
why we call him.
I feel like you gave it to me.
No, there's no. We didn't even. She even got those first three. Wow.
Dude, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
I've
man.
never been.
Dude, thanks for
so
having me on, and then
dumb.
almost embarrassing me. You did embarrass me a lot. You attacked
We
my
embarrass each
character
other.
right
That's the
now.
point.
Yeah.
This is a comedy podcast.
I think we shouldn't have picked presidents. That's
No, but we
What's
had to
President's
because it's
Day?
President's Day.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's the only reason why. But
And now
it
you guys
lets us know
more at
like how
home
much.
about your presidents.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we aren't good with that.
And we got to talk shit a little bit about him.
What are some other topics you guys have done in the past?
Everything, dude.
Biology.
biology,
Oh.
sports, science,
Sex.
women.
Dude, we would have crushed that one. It's sex and women. We'd have gotten.
You think? And then,
We nailed every one of those first
You
time.
think you know a lot until
Until
they
you-
ask the
and then
question.
you're on the spot and everything.
That's hilarious.
Presidents, I don't know enough about them. I mean,
No one does. I
Yeah.
mean,
I
you know,
Fuck him.
fuck them. Exactly.
Fuck the president.
Exactly. They shouldn't have as much power as they fucking do.
you well, yeah. Do you feel warm though? Do you feel warmed up?
I'm like physically warm after that. I'm sweating.
Do
I
you
was
feel
like,
like? Do you feel like
I
you're
was
on a
having
podcast?
a panic attack. Yes, I feel like I'm on a podcast, and I
Okay.
feel like that was so much stress right there.
That you're awake now.
Yeah, I just didn't want to. When I was down like 3-1, I'm like, if I only get one right, I'm gonna.
To the two dumbest
I-
people on the planet.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do after this.
we need you to repost this. So
Yeah.
we're like, we have at
Yeah.
least. And we
Yeah.
Oh
lost.
yeah.
Bummer.
Oh, someone cut
Did I
out.
do
for a
that
second.
again?
What?
Oh, yeah, I thought something cut out too.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
No,
Maybe
we're
not.
good, we're
Oh,
good.
okay.
No, nothing.
Never mind.
I think me storming out would have been good though. That would
It
have
would
been
have
good
been
for
a
the
very good
pod.
podcast.
Yeah,
Episode like
would have been
37.
short, but you could have posted the whole thing. Dude.
Just storms out and everything. So we talked about a little bit before you came on. You just did your 15 minutes because you're about to do a show. for-
Yeah, it's like a show. I don't really know what it is exactly. It's at like a hotel. I
Okay.
think I'm in like between 10 and 15 there.
Is it here?
No, it's
No,
in Palm
yeah,
Springs.
Palm Springs. That's right.
Yeah.
Palm
Nice,
Springs.
nice,
When
nice.
is it?
I think that's in 2 weeks. I got. I should know. Dude, I get booked like twice a year. I should have those dates locked in.
She was like, "Yeah, I've known since last January."
Yeah, I think it's
Uh,
like the 28th or something like that.
Doing it's at 15 minutes.
10 or 15. I don't. I
Yeah, but
really
still.
don't know.
What's
Yeah,
the most
something
you've done
like
before?
that. 15.
Yeah.
In Vegas. Because
You probably get more opportunities to do more time in Vegas. right?
yeah, in Vegas there's
Less
like
comics.
yeah, there's a lot like everyone knows each other. They're like, yeah, come feature at this mic, dude.
Mhm.
There's gonna be just like a shitty bar where people threaten to fight you after. Like, yeah, just get on stage. Really don't care. Just fill the time.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
one.
How long? How long were you doing stand up in Vegas?
A year.
Oh, you about a year?
I did it
Okay.
for like 2 months out here, and then moved to Vegas for a year, and then came back. So
Oh,
I kind of started. In
Oh,
Vegas,
so
like-
you're from here?
yeah, I'm from here.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'm from
okay.
like 30 minutes north, probably.
Okay.
So not like
Oh, gotcha.
not like the city of LA,
Yeah, yeah,
but yeah,
right.
like out here.
Okay, gotcha. What were you doing in Vegas? Just working? and shit?
Work.
Okay,
Yeah, so I went out there for work, and then I just kept doing stand up out there,
nice.
and then came back. Thank God, dude, because it's brutal out there in Vegas.
Just like
Have
the
you guys-
stand up scene or just Vegas in general?
Just Vegas in general. Have you
Yeah.
guys been out there for more than like a weekend?
no. I mean, well, I mean, 5 days. I mean, like,
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
but
no.
yeah, but no.
it's terrible. It's like that first week you get out there, you're like, oh yeah, dude, Vegas is gonna be sick. We're gonna go to the strip every night. And it's gonna
Yeah.
be- and then like
Mhm.
one weekend, you're like, I didn't go back after the first weekend. I didn't go back to the strip
Yeah, yeah,
after
yeah,
my first
yeah.
weekend there.
Oh yeah,
It's just
Yeah,
and then
you-
it's like
it's like going to the
120
beach here.
degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it's
I
like.
don't even
yeah.
think about the beach.
Yeah.
I forget I live next
Like,
to
oh,
it.
you must
Oh,
be
yeah.
going to the beach all the time. It's
Yeah.
like,
No.
no, I go like once
I-
a year, and
I
I have
haven't
to
seen the
force
ocean
myself
since I
to do
moved
it.
here.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're going to Vegas. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
been to
I see.
Vegas in forever either.
Well, so you went out there for work. Did you like move out with some buddies and stuff?
So no, I just went out. I was just by myself, and then I met my current 3 roommates. I met them in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So then they came back out here with me after
Oh,
that.
okay.
So yeah, I met all them through
How long
comedy.
you've been back out here for?
Since June.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, when did you come back into the mix? Because we just barely started a year ago, January. So then 6 months in, then you came, and to us it was like, who is this new guy? And we're still the new guy. It's like-
Yeah, I
Like,
know
I-
what you mean. Yeah, you start to see the same faces over
yeah.
and over, and they're like, "Yeah, who the hell is
you
this?"
get
guy?
all connected with
It's
the
kind
same
of cool.
Yeah.
It's cool though. I like the comedy community.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
really
I think
cool.
it's the best one I've been involved in. I guess so,
It's-
you
Is
know
it the only one you've been involved?
it's true. It's so true actually. But I don't know. Even just like I don't know, like the film people and stuff like that.
Yep.
It's just I don't know. It's not as.
No, I
close,
mean it's
you know?
fun. You can just shit talk and everything, which is kind of it's the same thing with even because we do jujitsu and it's like that community
yeah.
too, where everybody's, you're supportive, but you also will shit talk each other and
Yeah,
but also help each other out and everything.
yeah,
long as-
exactly. It's much different than like the acting community, like you
Right.
said, or like the improv.
Yes,
community.
yeah,
It's
something like
tough.
that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, I you're right, Travis. I wasn't involved in these groups, but I had friends that were, like
That's fair.
like Skylar in Chicago with
yeah.
those improv
Yeah,
kids. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
you know, it
I
was.
know
it wasn't as
you
they,
experienced groups. I just wanted to shit on you.
no, I know, but they
He's right though.
they just, they're not just like I don't know. They just don't seem like regular people. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like everyone's just there putting on a show. Like we're
That's
just
the thing
hanging
I hate
out.
the most.
You know?
You're right. That's the thing I hate the most about doing improv. Is those people seem like faker than actors.
Right?
Yeah.
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 It's like they're always making up what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally always improv.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, just be a person. for
Yeah.
a fucking
Yes.
Yeah. Calm the
second.
fuck down.
Yeah, everything's just hit with them.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm here. And then majority of stand-up, especially even the better ones, you would think watching them live, you're like, oh, them are so outgoing. No, they're usually the quiet ones in the corner
Yeah.
who don't want to talk to anybody. They're
Exactly.
just like,
No.
unless I know you, it's like, no, I'm just gonna. But you just did amazing on stage. You probably are so fun to hang out with.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, if I know you,
Like to be
get
honest,
away
I don't
from
know
me.
anyone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So-
Who were we talking to the other day? He said that he's like, yeah, I broke up with this girl because she thought it would be fun to date a stand-up. It's like, dude, it's not, man.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
it's
it's
not. As a matter of fact,
terrible.
I don't have time for you.
Yeah. Dude, I was literally just talking to my girlfriend yesterday. I'm like, I can't think of another girl who I would be able to date right now, just because I could only hang out with her maybe like 2 days a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so many girls like, oh, we have to hang out like every night, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
like I'll see her like maybe, like I saw her yesterday for Valentine's Day. I'll see her maybe tomorrow,
Mhm.
and then during the week I just don't see her.
Because you're,
'Cause you're
you're
constantly
hustling.
doing mics
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
hustling and everything.
He's hustling,
I'm
dude.
out here paying to do comedy.
Paying
Yeah, dude.
damn straight.
Fuck yeah,
Where do
dude.
you do mics? I mean, of course the wall, but
Fourth Wall. I like the Good Night. That's on.
oh,
Good
you
Night
do
Stuff.
go there.
Yeah.
See, I've went to one show, but I've never. That was even before I did stand up, so I haven't gone there.
Yeah, that one's cool. That one's
Hole
every
in the
Monday.
wall, but fun, small vibe.
I want to go to the other door. That's on Tuesdays.
Okay.
I haven't been able to make it yet.
I
Where-
haven't
where's
been
that
there
one at?
lately.
Yep. I think it's like right down the street from the Good Night.
Where is the good night?
It's right off of Burbank.
Literally right down the street.
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, right different
Yeah.
from here.
It's that
Oh,
hole
okay.
in the wall.
There's like
in
10
Burbank.
mics
It's a bar.
on Burbank.
Yeah.
Boulevard.
Yeah,
I have
it's
to
crazy.
travel up and down.
No,
it.
it's true. Robin Hood's on fucking.
right on
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it is
Robin
on-
Hood.
it
That's another
is.
one.
Yeah.
Have you guys done Geeky Teas before?
Uh-uh.
That's
I
a
want
good
to
one.
though. That one's
That's-
run by Taylor Lux and
Yeah.
what's his name? I literally saw him at the Federal the other night. Whatever. It's run by
Yeah.
two great comics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
but
apologies if he never listens.
yeah,
This is the day.
that's a really good one, dude. But it's like it starts at 8. You got to sign up at 7:30. But recently, I think the word's been getting out. People have like exactly what I'm doing right now. People will tell each other, and then so now you have to get there like 7 to get a spot for the 8 o'clock. It's like
Oh wow.
Oh, for
Yeah.
Geeky
Earlier
Teas?
and
Yeah.
earlier.
I've heard it's blown up.
yeah,
It's a really good
it
mic.
is. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think there's one tonight there too. Actually,
Oh,
I
wow.
haven't been to the Saturday ones though.
So it's usually on Tuesday you do that?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's on Wednesday, and so is the Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to go to Robin Hood.
Or whatever. one,
Wherever.
just a
Yeah, we're
different
just
one.
trying to go different places because it's again
I went to
we
Robin Hood
want to
last
go to
week.
more places, but it's also a matter of money and time. Where we live
Yeah.
right down the street. We live right here by the fourth wall, so it's like
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
easy just to
But-
hop in there, do a few mics, but we gotta force ourselves to go to different.
Yeah.
places.
And honestly, going to the Robin Hood the last time, it was fun. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
It was like a good time. It was more fun than like the fourth wall mic.
Yeah,
You know, as
'cause-
far
yeah,
as like, I mean, the fourth wall can be fun, especially when
Yeah.
everyone's there,
Involved,
knows
yeah.
each other, and
Yeah.
like is having a good time.
But sometimes you're locked in the room with assholes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes,
That
yeah.
sucks.
Yeah. And there, it's just like, you can kind of come and go as you please. You can go take a piss if you need to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
It's a restaurant. You can go to the bar.
right. You go,
Yeah.
go grab a
Like,
drink or something.
yeah.
But yeah, I actually really like the vibe because I mean, yeah, we've like I did a show in Nashville that was like the biggest one I've done. It was like 60 people,
Oh, nice.
and then before that I did Joe's show, which I bombed horribly on. Like, dude, I like
Horribly.
forgot my set. Like, I got like stage fright and like just like forgot my fucking set
Dude.
like halfway through. Not even halfway
I-
through, probably 2 minutes in.
Yeah, that's the worst. When you just when you think you're ready for something and you have a show and you're like I'm prepared enough, and then
Mhm.
you go up there, you're like, oh shit, I'm forgetting. Like, it's not even bombing with your material is one thing. It's a whole
Oh,
other
yeah.
thing. Just bombing and you're just like, I forgot my jokes.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, or I
happened to
forgot
me
what the fuck
before,
I'm gonna. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think I'm glad it happened though.
A lot of that.
I am glad it happened
Yeah,
though,
a whole
because now like I don't think it'll happen again like that.
Yes.
It'll happen again, but not
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where it's like, oh fuck. Like now, I don't know. I haven't really given myself a chance for it to happen again, I guess. But like when it does, I feel like I can just like sort of pick up from where I left off. Like then
Yeah.
it was like, oh fuck. Now I'm thinking not only did I forget my shit, but I'm thinking about how much of a dumbass that person thinks I am, and that person thinks I am, and you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
And the next thing you know,
it
I got
basically to expand
12
on what you
people that
said, like, it's one thing to bomb. You're like, well, they didn't like my material.
Right.
Like, I
Yeah.
literally did that like 2 weeks ago. A bunch of old Christian people hated me. Don't know why. But like bombing because you fucked up.
right.
That's
Yeah,
gotta.
yeah.
That might
Yeah,
be
that
worse.
one stinks,
Hurts.
dude.
Yeah.
Because then you're just like, why am I such a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Keeps you up late at night.
Dude, that was my like bomb when I had my bomb like that. Then like when I was talking to my current girlfriend, when I was talking to her before, I'm like, I don't really want a girlfriend. Like, we could just keep talking and
Right.
whatever, we'll hang out.
Because you're a playboy.
And then, dude, I'm Playboy. No, I was just
That
talking to her
stash,
though.
bro. That stash.
And
It's the stash, dude.
well, then I bombed that night. I had that show where I bombed, and the next day I'm like, I need someone to talk to, dude. And I ended up asking her to be my girlfriend the next day. That's how bad I bombed. I bombed myself
Wow.
into a
Need
relationship.
some- oh my god, that's hilarious. He bought his. I'll be here for you, Logan.
Yeah,
Have
I'm
you
like,
used that?
See, that's why-
someone
that's
talk to me, please,
That's
dude.
amazing.
It
That's
is
funny,
not.
dude.
It, like, when being single and doing this does suck a great deal.
Yeah.
I
Just
spent
become-
way more
take-
years
talking to
single
everybody.
than not single doing this, and fuck me, it sucks.
And then in the
sometimes.
Midwest, even, and then in the middle of nowhere, and then
Especially in the middle of nowhere, and then I go back to this tiny house in the middle of like fucking nowhere, and I'm just
Oh.
like, I live alone. Hello, kitty. I'm gonna drink myself
Yeah.
to sleep again.
you'll laugh at me. No, okay.
Yep. And then that's even worse. You bomb, you get home, you're petting your cat, and it just leaves you. You're
Yeah.
like, everyone leaves me. And then it's horrible.
Everybody.
Yeah, a bomb will take you to some dark places. Dude.
Oh,
I
dude.
don't know.
Suicide,
one of the most-
suicide, dude.
yeah.
Some of those self-deprecating thoughts I've ever had was after a bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
horrific.
Yeah.
No, dude, it was when Steele did. He straight up wanted to like quit. Not even life. I don't think in the moment, but it was enough to where he went and hid in the other room.
Oh, I didn't want to see anyone.
he didn't want to
dude.
see
Yeah.
anybody, which I was like,
understand that feeling,
I
though.
know that
Like, I don't
feeling,
want
and I'm
my
like,
friends to look
I was
at
like,
me.
dude,
Yeah.
he don't want to like. He's like, dude, I don't ever want to experience that again. And I'm like, it's fine. It's a bit, like.
And honestly, like
These are
once
emotions you
Bruno
have to
like
go
came up
through
to
it.
me and was like, "Dude, fuck him, no one's gonna remember this shit tomorrow." And I was like, "Yeah."
That's a
And
good
once I
point.
kind of fucking like got like, that's another thing too, is just like caring about what other people think. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like getting over that
And like,
part of it.
even if they do, it's like your friends who are going to give you shit about it, just making fun of it, but not
Right.
even like, they're like, we've been there, like
Yeah.
3 weeks later, Brett comes up to you and goes, dude, I was there.
Yeah.
I
I
saw that.
remember
Yeah.
He's like,
no,
oh, yeah.
I was
like
there.
someone reminding you your parent died.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow, remember when your dad died? Wow. Like, it was bad. I was like, Brett, shut the fuck up.
Oh, God.
No, I mean it was fine because like, yeah, again, I needed to go through it, like, because like I've
Oh, you
never done
got to,
any
yeah.
any like performing thing before ever.
Yeah, never
Yeah.
done
So like this is
anything
my
on
first
stage.
thing doing like this, so it's just like so like getting over all the jitters and just like I don't know, it takes a long time.
What was your worst bomb, Logan?
My worst bomb, dude? It was on Kill Tony.
Oh,
no.
That's
So
a dude, that's
kill-
a that's
Throw
a
to a
bomb
cliff.
setup
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, throw it
The
off the cliff.
Vegas
Yeah.
Kill Tony.
They're setting you up to bomb on that show. though.
Well, it wasn't.
Oh, for sure.
So
Yeah.
what happened? I was working on like material, like longer material, and I had like 3 jokes, like short one-liner jokes. It would be
Yeah.
perfect for a minute. And I'm like, I'm going to sign up for Kill Tony, whatever. They're in town. I'm going to do it. Before I'm trying to figure out my jokes, I'm like, they're short. I'll remember them.
Right.
I go up there. The first one, I like stumble on. I'm like, what's the fucking wording for it? I stumbled on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, whatever. On to the next one. The next one, same thing. All three of them, I fucked up. I was like, I couldn't get one joke out.
Oh,
It was so, and it
Oh,
was
no.
exactly like, I don't want to see anyone.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to
That's
anyone.
over the internet. I could look
Dude,
it up
that's
right
yeah.
now.
You can
I
look it up
know.
right now, dude.
Yeah, can we check that out? Hey, can we pull that up? No, I'm just
dude,
kidding.
don't
I'm
pull
kidding.
that up.
Well, how was the interview afterwards?
Dude, bad because I was having a panic attack. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, dude.
man.
it was literally, I was like, do you know in movies when like hear the buzzing
Oh yeah.
and then like you tune
you
in?
just don't remember what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's how it was for me too. Like I was just like, dude, I kind of like don't recall because I told Garon, I was like, dude, I think he lit me like early as fuck. Garon's like, no, you were up there the whole time. I was like, dude, I feel like I was up there 2.5 minutes.
dude.
Yeah, it was
It's-
weird, dude.
oh.
I
It
do
was a
feel like
weird fucking
sometimes when
feeling.
it comes to like blacking out on stage, sometimes your brain protects you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's almost
Yeah.
just like we're just gonna make you forget this. and-
that was bad, dude. Oh,
It happens.
and another thing with the Vegas Kill Tony, it was I went up there. In Vegas, you could smoke inside, and I don't smoke, but I would always put a fake cigarette in my ear, just like mess around. Like I'll just have my fake cigarette with me, just like it was a little running joke to fuck around with people.
Yeah.
I put it in my ear. I was freaking out, and then we go on stage. Once I get on stage, I realize I still have the fake lit cigarette
Oh no.
behind my ear, and I'm like, oh shit, maybe they won't notice. And they call me on it. They're like, is that a lit cigarette behind your ear? And then that just it was
Oh,
one
no.
thing after another.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was.
Especially trying to explain almost an inside joke to those
Yeah.
guys.
Oh,
I imagine
yeah.
it's a fucking nightmare.
Dude,
Oh.
such a nightmare. Jeremiah Watkins came to me after. He's like, yeah, it's fine, dude. No one's gonna remember this.
Yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
And it's true. Like it doesn't matter. And it's like I think everyone
They're
understands.
good sports about it.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Yeah,
Like,
on stage they're like giving you shit. That fucking no one's gonna.
Yeah. Jeremiah
Remember that.
Watkins is solid too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how
He's-
I feel about
he's
Tony
hilarious.
Hinchcliffe, but I love Jeremiah Watkins.
yeah, he has his moments.
Yeah.
he is more so who he is.
I mean, he's got
Yeah.
to be that way to be the host of that show,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think he's
Oh, yeah.
actually because I've met him a couple times with Simone at the store,
Yeah.
and he's a sweet guy. Like, I mean, very like
Hinchcliffe?
kind of soft
I've
spoken.
had no
and, like,
experience. I just know people that hate him.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, but there's people that hate me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand
there's people that hate you. There's people that hate you know.
That's a good point.
Yeah, like, but you know, he's got to kind of be that guy on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that shit talking, you know, to be
Yeah,
that
yeah.
host. Like, so I don't know, but
Yeah.
either way, yeah, dude, yeah, I applaud you for going and doing that because we've talked about that, and honestly, now I feel like I could do it. Like,
The
you know,
1 minute.
I mean, no, I could go up there and get roasted by Tony, and
Oh
you know,
yeah.
Oh,
I've
you mean
already
it
put
wouldn't, like,
myself
hurt
through
your
enough
self-esteem like
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm kind of at the point where it's just like, it's not that I don't know if I don't care what other people think anymore, but I already just know I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
So like, so now I have no expectations for
Yeah.
myself. So
Yeah.
who gives
Yeah.
a fuck, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Do you
I'm
think you'd
with you on
ever do Kill Tony again?
Definitely not right now.
word.
I think it's
How
just
fresh is this, by the way?
this. I was like 6 months in when I did it.
Oh, word.
so this
you're
is
2
probably
years in
like
now?
yeah, coming up on 2 years. It was at
Okay.
least a year ago.
Yeah.
Maybe a little longer. But there's still like to this day, like last week I was driving and it was one of those things where it's like, God damn it. Like you start to cuss out loud because you remember that. I remembered
Yeah.
that moment.
yeah.
And I was just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
there's nothing I could do about it. I just have to that's just there forever
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
And I just
Forever
have to
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it'll probably end up being like something you laugh about later when you know you get better, and then you know
Yeah.
you are booking like more shows and stuff. It's like, oh fuck, and then you'll realize why you needed to go through that. you know?
yeah.
I think that's why like kids in sports is a good example. Like if you take kids that did sports all their lives, Bobby Joe, you like that, you know, and then you put them in something like jujitsu when they're older or something like that, or they go play in a basketball league or something like that. They can really do
Mhm,
that,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because they like develop
Yeah.
those skills. Same thing if you were to put a kid in theater or public speaking or something like that. They get they get all the fuck ups with early before they even know that they're fucking up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, like if you know, you didn't know how to swing a baseball, by the time you learn or swing a bat, like by the time you're in high school, if you've been swinging a bat since you've been 6 years old, you don't even remember you fucked up swinging a bat when you were
That's a good
6,
point.
you
Yeah.
know? So it's
Yeah.
like, I think there's a lot of factors. So when you start comedy when you're fucking 30 years old, you're gonna have some 6-year-old fucking moments. You know what I mean? Where you're like, you know, you don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and it takes a lot of swings.
Yeah, it hits you even harder because you're not as equipped to deal with
Did that
those
make any
emotions.
sense?
No,
Did
it
that make any
did.
sense?
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
It did.
That was damn near profound.
Yeah,
Oh, damn it.
was.
Maybe we'll cut this one out and post it. Huh?
It's gonna go viral. It's gonna go viral. Deep
clip this
thoughts
one
with
out.
Eric Papa.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. No, that is very true though. The whole,
Motivating
like,
moment.
You gotta go through that. And I will say a bomb hasn't affected me that badly since.
Yeah.
Like
good.
so I've bombed plenty
You
of
must
times
get it out
since
of the
then.
way, right?
But
Right.
yeah, nothing hurts like bombing in front of millions online.
Oh.
That's,
Yeah.
that's as bad as it gets. And every time I'm like, what? Fucking 20 people saw that? Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worse has happened.
Yeah.
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 And there's nothing like worse, like you said, than bombing, like forgetting, like you fucked
Yeah.
up.
Yes.
It's like one thing, like you got through your material, you did it, no one liked it. Okay, maybe you didn't do it that great, but you got through it.
Yeah.
But doing it that way, trust me, brother,
Yeah.
I was there, and it's
It's-
painful. Dude.
You don't forget it, dude.
No, I don't even think Garen's been there, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if he ever will though.
Not with stand up, but I have been there with
Forensics or something.
forensics or like drama.
Forensics?
Drama.
But see-
speech and debate,
but-
not
but-
science. I'm not smart.
see,
Remember?
I thought you were.
Yeah, right.
I
No,
sorry.
don't look up dead bodies.
But see
Sorry,
what
scene
I mean though,
investigator?
Garen, about like getting those jitters out, or like,
Oh,
you know
no,
what I
yeah,
mean?
no,
Like,
and
you
I
got that
get
out
that,
in
yeah.
high school to where it's like,
yeah,
oh,
I got that out in high
it-
school. It's like, because even then, the other night at the Comedy Store, I felt those emotions of where I'm like, honestly, like an upscale running. Like, okay, if I mess up this line, okay, I even caught myself like tongue tied. I'm going, okay, people are still laughing. Okay, like, and seeing how it could easily have just nosedived and been like,
You start to bomb spiral.
yeah, you're like,
yeah.
oh, and I was grateful that I was able to bring it back and not
Yeah.
have that nerves. But I can easily see how if I was there next week even, or even tomorrow, and if it was even a sold out show, it's not like, oh, I've done it once, I'm going to kill it this time. No, I'm just as nervous to do it again,
Yeah.
even
Right.
though it's like, it felt good to do it for the first time. But I'm like,
Yeah. Well, even for as long as I've been doing it, like when I got up in the OR for
yeah,
friends and
oh
family.
yeah. That's
Like I was only
crazy.
doing 3 minutes, but like as I'm walking up there, I was shitting my pants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bet.
It's just a different room. It's
Yeah.
bigger.
It's like
stakes and
shooting
stuff
you
like
out of
that.
a
Yeah.
cannon every
I know.
time they call your name to go on stage
Yeah.
for those moments. You
I
know,
think if you get on stage with something like that, or getting on stage at Kill Tony or something like that, like you don't give a fuck about anything if you're not nervous. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
why are you even doing this? You know,
Yeah.
we should-
Yeah.
yeah,
like, you
no, yeah,
should
you're a
be-
almost- you need
sociopath
to
if
be,
you're not
yeah.
nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The key is to be doing it long enough to when you
use it.
are shitting your pants, you could do it. You can still move and talk.
Yeah.
gracefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like even though on the inside you're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, can you tell?
You
Can see
look
on my
like you're
face?
doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just get through that first minute, and then
Yeah.
you get some laughs. You're comfortable up there.
Exactly.
You're like, okay, I could do this.
That's the biggest thing I hated about Kill Tony. Like 1 minute, I was like, that's how I get going.
Yeah.
Don't give me a
Well, I
minute.
think, and I think that's the whole setup. They
Yeah,
set
I'm
you
sure.
up to fail.
Yeah,
Yeah. So they have something to roast, or it's a good challenge to like
Yeah. I
come
mean,
up
it
with
goes,
something.
it goes
good.
back to what
I haven't heard
comedy
anything
isn't
great
anymore, though. You know,
in a minute though.
you haven't heard of what?
I haven't heard someone like do extremely well in that minute.
Most people that do
I've-
like okay usually
Yeah.
like do the best during the interview. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the interview.
in my
They have a
opinion.
few guys
Have
who
you-
do it weekly. That they have come with a new
Yeah.
minute every
That's
week.
true. Like what's that one guy with the cerebral palsy or whatever he's got?
I can't remember his name.
You know who we're
All my
talking about?
siblings
I-
and
dude,
family know
you gonna watch
everybody on
that
that
still?
show.
Oh, dude, you
Yeah,
don't
I
watch
watched
it?
it.
Oh,
Deleted
he's got
it. He put it
PTSD
on.
from
I have
it.
not watched that.
He's not even a
since, dude.
subscriber.
Yeah.
No.
Family,
Okay.
friends,
Every
comment
time you-
below who it was that we're talking about.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
that's fucking funny.
So you think he's like, I haven't even been. Have you been to the Comedy Store?
Yeah, I've been.
Moved
Well,
back
it didn't. It was at a Vegas
It
bar.
was in Vegas,
Yeah,
but
it was
have
in
you
Vegas.
even gone? Like, is it too close to
I've
Tony?
not since then, dude.
to even
no.
show up to the Comedy Store
Honestly,
to see
just
him?
like the name Tony Hinchcliffe now, like I start to have PTSD. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. The memories start flooding back. I'm like, God.
That'd be
dude.
funny if we had the button of his theme song.
Dope.
His fucking.
I do
Yeah,
have this.
he gets goosebumps and.
Tony.
I can still hear that bear growl just ringing in my ears at
Oh,
the
no,
end.
I
of it.
don't have the bear growl.
Yeah.
Oh, why did you miss the kitten?
Oh yeah, dude. No. It was
Oh.
just when if you bomb, they'll do that.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I thought if you went over
damn.
time, they did that.
I think they'll do
Maybe
that too.
both. Oh,
Should
Oh,
have,
there.
should have punching
Dude, the
noises.
meow? I thought it was
Dick.
the time.
no, let's
too.
shoot him in the face.
If they meow, it's the
Oh,
bomb.
shit.
or maybe he did it later.
A meow is
Or
it's your
Time,
minutes
right?
coming. The
Yeah.
bear claws, you're over your time. The bear,
Oh,
I definitely was not over my time. I stopped as soon as I could.
you're like, will this thing be over?
Yeah, I
That was
was
probably the
I was-
longest
he-
minute
I
of
think
your
he
life.
might have it on a timer. I think he should end it with
Yeah. Give it a good shotgun.
Anyways,
Get off
thank
the
you,
stairs.
Logan. What brings you here?
Yeah.
What got you into
Well,
comedy?
that was interesting.
wow, that was
wait,
good, dude.
That was pretty good.
That was
That was
really,
really
good.
good at it. He's really good.
So,
at voices.
Logan, how long have you been doing stand up?
can't do
You
this.
did really well. I mean, I'm just saying that.
He's doing it.
Can you do that? Can I just close my eyes and you do that like very positive things? Like, wow, you're getting a lot better.
You're doing great at
Yeah.
comedy.
Oh my gosh. Oh, dude, no. Steele's got voices. I said once he gets confident enough and then can pull out his impression.
I think I need to get sober too. 100%. I think it's like,
Yeah,
if I'm going to go ahead and just like
Throw it
call
out there
myself
on
out on
stage.
air,
No.
it's like I smoke too much fucking weed, Logan. I'm going to be honest with you, Logan.
Last episode, he
They
was
both
so
know.
high he forgot how to work the microphone.
He actually felt he put his head on bear like this. He was like,
It
ah.
was-
He didn't
Oh,
realize where he
God.
was.
So high, dude.
Which is like that's why I don't drink before any sets anymore. I don't smoke, I don't do anything because it's like I know sometimes I can't handle my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Well, and even like I did for years when I was in Virginia, or even when I first got back to LA, I did almost every set drunk or like at
Oh,
least
yeah.
drinking.
That's right.
And then I got to the point where when I was sober, I was like nervous
Yeah.
again. I'm like, I've been doing this too fucking long to be nervous at an open mic. Like, what's fucking
Oh,
going
yeah.
on?
Yeah.
It was because I'd been doing it so long drunk that I forgot what it was like to do
do
it so.
sober. Yeah.
So
hmm
you know, nailed it, Pepper. Just
Got it.
But yeah, doing it with like being
You don't
sober and
smoke
stuff
weed,
like
do you,
that.
Logan?
No.
Yeah,
not
okay.
really. I'll like drink occasionally, but even that, I'm like, I haven't. I'm taking some time off right
Yeah.
now. I
Yeah.
haven't drank in like what was it, like 2 months almost now. I remember once I showed up blackout drunk to a fourth wall.
yeah.
Blackout.
Yeah,
I was trying to help you out a little bit too because you're pretty.
yeah,
Like
I was,
on stage, you were trying to help him out?
You didn't even seem drunk.
Let's hear his
I
version
was-
of
It was
this.
crazy.
so I was day drinking at in Santa Monica. I don't know what happened. I blacked out, and I come to like this is probably around like 4 or 5. I come to just in an Uber. I check where I'm going. I'm on my way to Fourth Wall.
What?
And I'm like, what the? Apparently, when I was blackout drunk, I signed up for a Fourth Wall
I'm
spot.
going to do this, man.
That's-
And then
that's
I
actually
just
kind of
went
impressive.
there,
It is.
and I just didn't. I'm like, like it was one of those things like when you're coming out of blackout, you're like, this is gonna be fun, whatever. And it just got more and more silent. I just bombed so bad for 5 minutes, and then it just started to get sad. And I was like, dude, what am I doing, dude? And it was very depressing. That was probably my saddest bomb, just at, an open mic.
It wasn't even a bomb. It was just a real sad moment.
Yeah, it was super sad. I was like, I don't know why I'm here. I was just.
I didn't
was
even look at it as
blackout.
sad. I was just like, what's going on with Logan?
Yeah, Travis came to me after.
Oh,
He's like,
look.
hey, he's like, you okay,
I love how
buddy?
caring you are,
Yeah,
Travis.
you doing all right? man?
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a moment of
Oh,
Oh,
silence.
shit, I've had horrific moments at Fourth Wall. That's why the door's like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I always love when people try to express what they think it was, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like,
You guys know. You were there.
yeah. I was like, no, that's.
Oh, you were there for it.
I was there.
Oh,
we
dang.
both
No
were
one was
there.
technically there for it.
Yeah,
but
no,
everyone saw
yeah,
the aftermath,
yeah.
basically.
yeah,
I
that
don't
was,
even
that was
know
an
what the
interesting day. Well, and then of course, like it's like I look at Garrett. It's like Garrett, what 2 months into comedy, man?
Yeah,
Look,
it
Garrett,
was.
Sure, you want to get into this?
Yeah, it was. That's exactly what he
Look what
said.
it's done to
We were
this
like,
man.
Yeah,
It's hard down the road, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what he said. It was because it was 2 months in. We're like,
Oh, and I was
this is the road we're taking. This is the road we're taking.
Oh, dude, no, it was
That's so funny.
yeah, that was a crazy ass day. Speaking of which, I thought, what's that one guy's name, dude? The guy you freaked out on. I haven't seen him.
John
John something.
Holloway.
That's right, dude. He
Yeah.
was a good guy. Did you like him?
He was a solid guy. Yeah, I
Yeah,
still
yeah,
like him,
Yeah.
He's the only one who
I
would
haven't
step
seen him
in
in a
front
long
of you
time.
and he
Suck
stop
it.
you and be like, "Yeah, yep, it's okay, it's okay." He's so nice though. Whenever he's like there,
Yeah.
I saw him after he got his haircut.
He's
and
always,
I
like,
haven't seen him in a
supportive, too.
while.
Yeah, he his brother wrote Iron Man.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Snaps! There it is.
Okay.
We
Well,
even
maybe
said,
he's- maybe
we even
he's on
said-
set
We were
then.
like, we think he's somebody. He's got to be in some. Yeah,
I think all of his brothers are like loaded.
He kind of just has that look too, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, dude, he looks like he's hybrid. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
yeah.
like he has to marry one of his cousins. Kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like,
Yeah, just
we
you
must
gotta
keep it pure.
Yeah, I gotta keep it pure. Yeah, like the Lannisters.
He's
Yeah, he's like, yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
he's tall and he's blonde.
Yep.
and his
Mhm.
fucking wispy hair. Like,
Dang, I don't know who this guy is. But I
Dude,
gotta-
didn't he sell pot? Wasn't he selling? Did he sell weed?
No.
Or
I
no,
think-
that was a
he
theory?
was for sure. He's
No, he
for
was.
sure the degenerate brother.
Yeah, he's no for sure. Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, no one goes to the fourth wall if you're not the degenerate
Right, yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
just showing up, and there's a lot of degenerates at the fourth wall for sure.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
for sure, lots.
we are 3 of them.
Uh,
4 of them rather.
4, yeah.
Hey.
So yeah. So this is coming to kind of the end. What is where can they find you at?
Yeah, did you have a handle?
Yeah, your
Um,
handle, your address, your.
How big's your cock?
Like a,
You
Tell
can
him.
find that on my Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
It's, uh,
He's on Pornhub too, people.
I don't know what my handle is. I know my first name's Logan, last name Quiroz. There's not a lot of us, dude. That's about all I got. dude.
Cool, yeah.
You'll find me.
Yeah, and your
Yeah.
show. So your one show this year is coming up. When?
Well,
Yeah, my
I wouldn't
one
say this
show.
year. It's fucking
Yeah.
the beginning of the year. That's dick to say.
Yeah.
Well, he said he only
I
had
got-
2 a year, so I was like,
Well, dude, and they're always
Last
like book. So I've won on like I think the 28th
that's awesome.
in, and then that Sunday I've won at Flappers. But then
Oh,
like the
sweet.
month before that and the month after that, just nothing.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
hey,
Well, yeah,
it's still
no,
better.
yes,
It's still awesome.
yes,
all right next
yeah,
to each other.
Logan.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah.
yeah. I
You're
gotta
on
start
Cousins
to,
and Sons now.
Yeah, dude. Once this gets out, dude, you're
Yeah.
gonna be booking
I'm gonna
shit
get
left
that,
and
right.
that
right.
Yeah.
cousin
Yeah.
and son bump, dude.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it works
Just
every
a
time.
million
Works-
followers
works
after this.
every time. So the Flappers one is when?
Um,
Probably don't know, don't you?
like the first or something.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. And then the Palm Springs one is like
28th.
cool at the end of the month, 2
Yeah.
weeks. Yeah,
That sounds
cool.
about right.
Sounds
All
good.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, well,
So check them out there, and yeah, thanks.
Check me
yeah,
out
thanks
on,
for coming on.
coming
You're
on
Kill
the
Tony,
podcast.
guys?
Yeah, check it out. Oh, dude, I'm gonna
Go watch
I'm gonna
it.
take a photo and post it
Guys,
with this.
don't
so.
watch that video.
no, go watch that video.
Go watch that
No,
video, please.
That's you know what we're doing right after this, right?
Oh, I
Yeah,
know.
we're all
No,
gonna
I'm
watch
just
it.
kidding.
You know,
I'm
I'm
We're
not
gonna for-
watching it. dude.
we're
I
gonna
still haven't
forget.
watched it.
We're gonna forget all about
It's
it.
gonna be amazing.
there's some things you gotta pretend don't exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just, no, we don't. It's
Yeah.
not there. All right, guys, remember, don't talk about it.
Be about it.
Peace.
Let up.
Later.
It's not what you wanted from me. Been trying to make sense of my mistakes. My mistakes, yeah.
Hey you guys, thanks for watching this episode. Please hit that subscribe button. Go follow us on all the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
And remember, if you want to go the extra mile, you can also support us over on Patreon, where in the future we'll be able to get unreleased content and content that nobody else can see. And remember, guys, don't talk about it.
Be about it.
Peace.